Imagine a world where maggots clean wounds, leeches assist in surgery, and honeybees act as pharmacists. It may sound bizarre, but for thousands of years, humans have turned to the animal kingdom for healing. From ancient Egypt to medieval Europe, creatures like bees, snails, ants, and beetles have played surprising and crucial roles in medicine. Snail slime was once used to soothe burns, and crushed beetles were applied to ease toothaches, remedies that may sound strange today, but were once considered cutting edge. In fact, some of these ancient treatments are still used in modern medicine. This journey into the fascinating world of animal-based healing will reveal how these unlikely creatures became lifesavers, how their unique properties were harnessed, and why age-old practices continue to shape today's medical science. Maggots, nature's tiny surgeons. They may seem repulsive, but maggots have been quietly saving lives for centuries. Known as maggot therapy, this practice goes back to ancient times. Indigenous Australian tribes and the Maya civilization used live maggots to treat wounds, noticing that they helped prevent infection and promoted faster healing. Even battlefield medics during the Napoleonic Wars and World War I noticed something remarkable. Wounds infested with maggots often healed better than those without. That's because maggots consume only dead tissue, leaving healthy skin untouched. On top of that, they release enzymes that kill bacteria, making them natural disinfectants. In the 1920s, Dr. William Baer, an orthopedic surgeon, reintroduced maggot therapy to modern medicine. Today, sterilized medical-grade maggots are used in hospitals to treat chronic wounds, diabetic ulcers, and even bone infections. The FDA officially approved maggots as a medical device in 2004, cementing their place in modern medicine. Leeches, the blood-sucking healers. Leeches have been used in medicine for over 2,500 years. Ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans believed these creatures could balance the body's humors and cure a range of ailments, from fevers and headaches to mental illness. The Greek physician Galen even recommended leeches for almost every condition, helping spread their use across Europe and Asia. By the 19th century, leech therapy had become so popular that Europe nearly ran out of them. Doctors used leeches to treat everything from obesity to tuberculosis. Surprisingly, leeches are still used today, especially in modern reconstructive and microsurgery. Their saliva contains powerful anticoagulants and anti-inflammatory compounds that improve blood flow and reduce swelling. For example, after a finger reattachment surgery, leeches can help prevent clotting and promote healing, often saving the digit. Strange, yes, but undeniably effective. Honeybees, nature's original pharmacists. Honeybees have been delivering natural medicine for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians used honey to treat wounds, and it's mentioned in the Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest known medical texts, dating back to 1550 BCE. With natural antibacterial properties, honey has long been a go-to remedy for burns, cuts, and infections. But bees provide more than just honey. Propolis, a resin-like substance bees collect from trees, was used by Greeks and Romans as a natural antiseptic for sore throats, skin infections, and burns. Royal jelly, the nutrient-rich substance fed to queen bees, has been believed to boost energy and slow aging. In traditional Chinese medicine, bee venom therapy has been used to treat arthritis and chronic pain, though some of these uses remain controversial. Still, the evidence is clear. For centuries, honeybees have served as nature's tiny pharmacists, offering a treasure trove of healing compounds. Snails, slimy but soothing. Snail slime might sound like something you'd avoid, but for centuries, it's been a surprising source of healing. Ancient Greeks and Romans used it to treat burns, wounds, and skin conditions. The famed physician Hippocrates even recommended a mixture of crushed snails and milk to reduce inflammation and soothe irritated skin. In medieval Europe, snail slime was believed to help with respiratory issues like tuberculosis. Its thick, mucus-like texture was thought to coat and calm the lungs. While that may sound unusual today, these early healers were onto something. In modern times, snail mucin has become a star ingredient in skincare, especially in Korean beauty products. Rich in glycoproteins, hyaluronic acid, and antioxidants, it helps hydrate, repair, and rejuvenate skin, fading scars, reducing fine lines, and promoting a healthy glow. Even now, folk healers in South America use fresh snail slime to treat burns and scars, continuing a centuries-old tradition. From ancient prescriptions to high-end cosmetics, this slimy creature proves that nature often holds the best remedies in the most unexpected places. Slimy? Yes, but also effective, and a fascinating example of how ancient wisdom continues to shape modern medicine. Cantharidin beetles, the blistering cure. Also known as blister beetles, cantharidin beetles produce a potent chemical called cantharidin, a blistering toxin with a long, strange history in medicine. Used sparingly, this powerful substance has treated human ailments for over 2,000 years. In ancient Greece and Rome, physicians applied it to remove warts, treat skin infections, and even counter snake bites. The renowned medical scholar Dioscorides detailed its uses extensively in his writings, cementing its place in early pharmacology. By the Middle Ages, cantharidin had developed a reputation as a kind of cure-all. It was used for everything from headaches and rabies to more questionable remedies like boosting libido. In fact, it became notorious as the key ingredient in so-called love potions, earning it the nickname Spanish fly. But cantharidin's power comes with a price. In the wrong dose, it can cause painful blisters, severe irritation, and even organ failure. Despite its risks, it remained a staple in medicine cabinets for centuries, and today can still be found in prescription-strength wart removers. Its continued use is a striking example of how even the most toxic compounds in nature can be transformed into healing agents, so long as they're handled with precision and respect. Ants, nature's original sutures. Before modern stitches and surgical threads, ancient cultures turned to an unlikely source for wound closure: ants. Yes, ants. In regions across Africa, India, and South America, large ants like army ants were used as living medical tools. Healers would gently position an ant over a wound, prompting it to bite down with its powerful mandibles, pulling the edges of the skin together. Once the grip was firm, they'd snap off the ant's body, leaving the jaws locked in place like tiny organic sutures. This method wasn't just quick improvisation, it was deliberate and effective. The Maya and Aztec civilizations used ant stitches to treat deep cuts and surgical wounds, relying on the insect's natural grip to minimize infection and allow the skin to heal. Remarkably, in some remote tribal communities, this ancient practice is still used today when medical supplies are scarce. It's a testament to human ingenuity, how early civilizations observed nature and turned it into a surgical solution. Who would have thought one of the earliest forms of emergency wound closure came not from steel or thread, but from the jaws of marching insects? Sometimes, survival means thinking small, very small. Dr. Fish, nature's skin exfoliators. In the warm waters of Turkey's natural hot springs, a small, unassuming fish has quietly earned a global reputation in the world of natural medicine. Known as Gara rufa, or more famously as Dr. Fish, these tiny creatures have been used for centuries to treat chronic skin conditions like psoriasis and eczema. The tradition dates back to the Ottoman Empire, where locals discovered that bathing in pools populated with these fish brought soothing relief to inflamed and scaly skin. The Dr. Fish feed not by biting, but by gently nibbling away dead skin cells, leaving healthy tissue untouched. This natural exfoliation doesn't just improve appearance, it can reduce itching, improve circulation, and help with skin regeneration. Today, fish spas offering Gara rufa therapy have sprung up around the world, from Tokyo to Los Angeles. Patrons dip their feet into tanks and let the fish go to work, enjoying a blend of treatment and ticklish relaxation. While modern dermatology now offers advanced options for skincare, many still turn to these little fish for their gentle, holistic touch. What began as a local remedy in the Anatolian countryside has become a global curiosity, proving that sometimes the smallest creatures can make the biggest difference in healing. Spiders, web bandages with a future. For thousands of years, humans have turned to the delicate threads of spider webs not for decoration, but for healing. In ancient Greece and Rome, spider silk was carefully collected and pressed onto cuts, burns, and open wounds. More than just a folk remedy, the silk's natural antimicrobial and clotting properties helped stop bleeding and reduced the risk of infection long before the discovery of antiseptics. What once clung to cave walls and corners is now being eyed in cutting-edge labs. Today, researchers are uncovering the true power of spider silk, a material that's stronger than steel by weight, incredibly flexible and biocompatible, meaning it can safely integrate with human tissue. These qualities make it a prime candidate for a variety of medical uses. From dissolvable sutures and artificial tendons to targeted drug delivery systems, synthetic spider silk is unlocking a new frontier in bioengineering. Companies like Bolt Threads are already leading the charge, creating lab-grown silk inspired by spiders for both cosmetic and medical applications. The same threads once used by warriors and healers in ancient times may soon be spun into life-saving materials, reminding us that nature's innovations often hold the blueprint for our most advanced technologies. Frogs, the painkillers of the rainforest. Deep in the rainforests of South America, frogs are more than just colorful singers of the jungle, they're powerful chemical factories. Indigenous tribes like the Embera of Colombia have long harnessed the secretions of certain frogs to treat pain, wounds, and infections. Among the most famous is the poison dart frog, whose skin excretes potent alkaloids that act as natural painkillers and anti-inflammatories. Modern science is now catching up to this ancient knowledge. Researchers have identified over 200 bioactive compounds in frog secretions, each one a potential breakthrough. One standout is epibatidine, derived from an Ecuadorian poison frog. It's a staggering 200 times more powerful than morphine, yet without the addictive side effects. While too toxic for direct use, epibatidine has served as a blueprint for developing safer synthetic painkillers. But the medicinal potential doesn't stop there. Frog-derived compounds are being explored for treating heart disease, cancer, and even antibiotic-resistant bacteria, the so-called superbugs. Some peptides found in frogs have shown the ability to disrupt harmful pathogens while leaving healthy cells unharmed. From tribal traditions to cutting-edge pharmaceuticals, frogs may be slimy, but they're proving to be one of nature's most promising sources of medicine. Earthworms, the digestive healers. They may not be the most glamorous creatures, but earthworms, known in traditional Chinese medicine as Dilong, have a long history of healing beneath the surface. For centuries, they were dried, ground into powder, and used to treat everything from fevers and asthma to hypertension. In one of the oldest medical texts, the Shenong Bencao Jing, earthworms were praised for their ability to cool the body, reduce inflammation, and promote blood flow. Today, science is catching up to this ancient wisdom. Earthworms are now known to contain powerful enzymes and bioactive compounds. One such enzyme, lumbrokinase, has proven effective at breaking down blood clots, a breakthrough in preventing strokes and cardiovascular disease. Another, drylodefensin, helps protect and soothe the digestive tract, showing promise in the treatment of inflammatory bowel conditions. But that's not all. Earthworm mucus is currently being studied for its antibacterial and wound-healing properties. Researchers believe its natural defenses may help fight infections and accelerate recovery, potentially inspiring new types of healing gels or salves. From ancient remedies to cutting-edge medicine, the lowly earthworm is a powerful reminder that some of nature's greatest healers work quietly beneath our feet. Snakes. Venom as medicine. Snake venom may strike fear, but in the right hands, it can also save lives. Long before the microscope or modern pharmaceuticals, ancient healers in Greece, China, and India used small doses of snake venom to treat joint pain, heart conditions, and even neurological disorders. Their early understanding hinted at what science is now proving. Venom is more than just a weapon. It's a chemical treasure trove. One of the most groundbreaking examples is the venom of the Brazilian pit viper, which led to the development of captopril, a widely prescribed blood pressure medication. Meanwhile, the black mamba's venom contains mambalgins, a group of pain-relieving proteins that target the nervous system without the addictive side effects of opioids. These are now being studied as potential non-opioid painkillers. But the possibilities don't stop there. Venoms from various snakes are being explored for treating strokes, blood clots, and even cancer, thanks to their ability to target specific cells with surgical precision. Once feared as symbols of death, snakes are now being reimagined as pharmaceutical powerhouses, offering life-saving therapies drawn directly from nature's most dangerous chemistry set. Sometimes, the deadliest poisons hold the most powerful cures. Dogs, the wound lickers. In ancient Egypt, dogs weren't just loyal companions, they were symbols of healing and divine protection. Egyptians believed a dog's lick had the power to cleanse wounds, ward off infection, and even speed up recovery. The god Anubis, often portrayed with the head of a jackal, was the guardian of the dead and a protector of health, reinforcing the sacred association between dogs and healing. Surprisingly, modern science suggests there's a kernel of truth in this ancient belief. Studies have shown that dog saliva contains antibacterial enzymes like lysozyme and peroxidase, which can break down bacterial cell walls and combat harmful microbes. These enzymes also play a role in reducing inflammation and aiding the body's natural defenses. While veterinarians today advise against letting dogs lick open wounds, since their mouths can carry other harmful bacteria, the biological potential of their saliva is undeniable. Inspired by this, researchers are now developing synthetic versions of these enzymes for use in wound-healing creams, sprays, and dressings. From myth to medicine, dogs continue to play a role in healing, reminding us that sometimes nature's remedies are hiding in plain sight, wagging their tails. Cats, the purring healers. For centuries, cats have been seen as mystical, almost magical creatures. In ancient Egypt, they weren't just pets, they were protectors, believed to possess healing powers and sacred energy. The goddess Bastet, often depicted as a lioness or domestic cat, was associated with health, protection, and fertility. But it wasn't just myth. Their soothing purr was thought to bring comfort and even aid recovery. Fast forward to today, and science is beginning to confirm what ancient cultures intuited. A cat's purr vibrates at a frequency of 20 to 140 Hz, a range shown to promote bone density, ease joint pain, and accelerate muscle recovery. These low-frequency vibrations have such therapeutic potential that they've inspired vibration therapy devices used to treat conditions like osteoporosis, fractures, and soft tissue injuries. While cats may not replace conventional medicine, their calming presence, rhythmic purring, and emotional support play a powerful role in modern animal-assisted therapy. Patients recovering from trauma, surgery, or emotional stress often respond positively to feline companionship. So the next time your cat curls up beside you and starts to purr, remember, it's not just affection. It might just be a little dose of nature's own vibration therapy. Pigs, the ultimate organ donors. In traditional Chinese medicine, pigs have long been valued for more than just nourishment. Their organs, especially the heart and liver, were used in ancient remedies to treat conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and digestive disorders. But what began as traditional practice has now evolved into one of the most cutting-edge frontiers in medical science: xenotransplantation. Pigs are surprisingly similar to humans at the genetic and physiological level, making them ideal candidates for organ donation. With the help of CRISPR gene editing technology, scientists are now modifying pigs to reduce the risk of organ rejection in humans by removing harmful genes and inserting human-compatible ones. This isn't just theory. Pig heart valves have already been used in human surgeries for decades, and in 2022, history was made when a genetically modified pig heart was successfully transplanted into a human patient, a major milestone in the fight against the global organ shortage. Now, researchers are exploring the use of pig kidneys, livers, and even pancreatic islet cells to treat a range of conditions. What was once science fiction is quickly becoming science fact, with pigs quietly playing a vital role in saving human lives. Horses, the anti-venom champions. Throughout history, horses have galloped beyond battlefields and farms, straight into the world of medicine. In both ancient and modern practices, they've served as life-saving blood donors thanks to their robust immune systems. When exposed to small amounts of venom, such as from snakes, spiders, or jellyfish, horses produce strong antibodies. These are then carefully extracted and purified to create antivenoms, which are used globally to treat deadly bites and stings. It's a process that has saved countless lives, especially in regions where venomous creatures pose a daily threat. But their healing role isn't limited to the lab. In the realm of equine-assisted therapy, horses help humans heal emotionally and physically. Their gentle presence and rhythmic movement have been proven to aid those with autism, PTSD, paralysis, and developmental disorders. Riding or simply caring for a horse can improve muscle coordination, confidence, and emotional resilience. Beyond therapy and antivenoms, horses have also contributed to vaccine development. For example, horse serum was key in creating early tetanus and diphtheria vaccines. From powerful antibodies to emotional strength, the horse's contribution to medicine is both timeless and diverse, a true partner in healing across centuries.